Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon. Welcome to your Divine Masculine Weekly Forecast. Today's theme is You've Got a Hold on Me. So what I decided to do for today's reading is I took my Divine Masculine Tarot and Ascension Journey deck and I carved out the outline with certain cards for this reading. So I hope that you guys enjoy this style. So as usual, what we're going to do is we're going to do some of this reading here on this channel, and then we're going to go into the extended reading about halfway through. So I will put down in the description box all of the questions that we're going to be going into here, as well as what we're going to go into for the extended, as well as how you guys can access that video. And also all the decks I'll be using here today and today's Orgonite, which is called the Twin Flame Divine Masculine Nude, created by Michelle from Bell's Wing and Bell. So I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing either a separation or challenge in your connection. So please keep that in mind and only take what resonates for you. Let's jump right into the messages, you guys. So the very first thing that we're going to focus on is this Eight of Cups energy. I need to go my own way for a while. So this, of course, is assuming that you and your masculine have either been experiencing a challenge or a separation in your connection. So the first question is, what has your divine masculine been up to while in separation from you? So I do tend to channel from the divine feminine's perspective. So, just take that as it also applies to your situation. All right, so we're going to go into the Oracle of Chance deck that I've created and just see what your Divine Masculine has been up to while the two of you have been in a challenge or a separation. What's been going on in his life? What is the energy there? Okay, so we do have Mirror. So it says you have outgrown this situation. So this is very interesting. To me, this is about the masculine taking a good look in the mirror and seeing what he has outgrown in his life. I really like to see this at the very beginning of the year because, of course, it's like as a new year comes around, it's like, am I still doing the same old shit, the same old thing? Is it time for me to make a change? And so I feel like there's some sort of significance on wanting to make some changes, looking at himself and seeing, where he wants to grow, what he wants to leave behind, what's no longer working for him, etc. Let's go ahead and see what else. And then we're going to clarify everything. Ooh, we have Cobra. Utilize your charm and skills. Okay, wanting to utilize his skills, his personality for something different is what I'm seeing here. Okay, of course, this Cobra, the snake, is all about shedding old skin. So you definitely get this vibe here where he wants to shed some sort of old skin and transform into a new situation. Let's see what else. We have the Medusa and Evil Eyes watching you. So this right here just means that there might be someone in his life that he feels like is not good for him. Something has become toxic, but it could also be I'm looking in the mirror to see what types of toxic behaviors I need to transform, because there's snakes that are in Medusa's, it make up her hair. So it could be the self. It could be, what is it that I'm doing? What evil acts or behaviors have I been engaging in that need to change? So that's what I'm getting here. It's like other people, an evil eye is like energy coming from other people. But then when we look in the mirror, we take a look and see what is our part in the situation. So I feel like this masculine is really taking a good look at himself rather than maybe applying blame or, to someone else. So this is really good. I feel like this is really an eye-opening year, or just even the beginning of a new year for this masculine. All right, let's get one more card. We have Clock. The time has come to make a decision. So it's like the time has come to make a change. So I feel like it could go either way, depending on if maybe that your masculine is involved in a situation that's just really, really tough or just really toxic. But this to me just means change, regardless of what it has to do with, whether it's the masculine's own behavior that needs to change, or there's somebody in his life that maybe he needs to make a decision about. So what we're going to do is we're going to clarify these messages here, you guys. So let's start from the beginning. You have outgrown the situation. What the heck is this? So let's go into the Secrets of a Lover's Journey Oracle, combined with the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle, both by Aqua Moonlight. What is the situation that Spirit is speaking of when it comes to this masculine outgrowing a situation or just looking in the mirror? What is this? What is this energy? Ooh, look at this, you guys. Holy smokes. Farewell. Okay, goodbye. finality, closure. So yes, I mean, this is definitely about ending some sort of either behavior or a situation. Let's go into the Intuit Tarot and get some details here. What does this farewell have to do with, or you've just outgrown this situation? It's time to like say goodbye. Page of Wands. Okay, so this has to do with some sort of new idea, going in a new direction, right? Doing something that is going to light you up. So whatever maybe stage of life that this particular masculine is in, or whatever he is engaging in, it just doesn't inspire him any longer. So it's time for him to travel on and go towards something new. He feels bored. He feels restless. He feels like it's time to make a change. So it doesn't necessarily have to be, a toxic, bad situation, even though it could be, but this might just be that it's time for him to make a change. It's time for him to go in a new direction creatively, or just, just with a job or something like that. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what else. What is the other energies here? All right. So we've got the Cobra. Utilize your charm and skills. And that could be a part of this Page of Wands. Kind of taking your skills and going in a new direction. Okay, we have a roll of the dice, weighing pros and cons, leaving it to fate. So this does include some sort of a risk, kind of like it's time to roll the dice and see what happens next. See how something else plays out. So there's a little bit of a risk with this change. It's a risky move, but I feel like this masculine feels like this is what he's got to do at this point in his life. Yep, something is a burden, a cycle is ending. He'd like to readjust and release this. So he wants to do something else. He's prioritizing his goals. He's wanting to go into a new direction. So I just feel like this is probably more having to do with a creative endeavor or some sort of a career move at this point. There's just something different that he wants to do. A situation has become too burdensome. It's just become boring, or he's just not inspired. So he wants to go into a new direction. Again, this could be about a relationship, okay? But I feel for the majority of them, this has to do with just their life in general. So let's see. The evil eye is watching you. Let's see what this is about. Ooh, we have boundaries. No, drawing the line. Okay. I don't want this particular situation anymore. I don't want to be this person anymore. This is where I'm drawing the line. This year, things have to change. I can't continue to go on in this direction because it's not making me happy. Whatever that has to do with, this masculine is drawing a line in the sand and saying no more. We have the Hermit. Yeah. He would rather just go off on his own. He'd rather be alone he'd rather be alone or independent, whether that's in a relationship or just business, or just like have no friends at all, especially if these people that he's connected to are not on the same path as him. Okay. He'd rather just be alone. But this also means creatively. Maybe he is involved with a contract, or has been involved in a contract in the past, and just realizes that it's better to go off and freelance than it is to be connected to people that screw you over or something like that, or try to take control of your creations, so there's some kind of an independent vibe I'm getting with that Hermit energy. So it's like, this is the year he's going to branch off and do his own thing, start his own business, start his own company, or something like that. But it could also be, I would rather be alone than be with whoever they're attached to, whether it's family members, friends, or even a romantic partner. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the last one. We have the Clock. So the time has come to make a decision. What is this about? Okay. So it says, the time has come to make a decision about a fated encounter. It's like, it says divine timing. It's time to come together with somebody that you feel fated to be with. So very interesting. Let's see what this has to do with. And we have strength, invisible force. Very interesting. So this masculine has something that's driving him. It's fate. It's destiny. The time has come to meet up with your destiny. Okay. You can't expect to meet up with what is meant for you if you're going to stay stuck in situations that don't make you happy. So I just feel like that's where this masculine is at the very beginning of this year, is basically if he's not happy with something or someone, he does feel fated to go in another direction because he feels like there's something else out there for him. This could, of course, be the draw back to the feminine. This could be the wanting to come back to this connection, kind of revisiting that connection finally. He feels this invisible force, something that's pulling him, and that's fate. So there is something that is happening here within the universe, and spirit is guiding this masculine towards what is destined for him, what is fated for him. Very interesting. And he's filling that pull is what I am seeing here. So that's very, very cool. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and move on into the second question, which is, what does your divine masculine wish he would have done differently in your situation, divine feminine? So when he reflects on your connection, when he reflects on the past, is there something that he wishes that he would have done differently? Okay, let's look at this. Is there something that he wishes that he would have done differently? All right, we're going to go into my Love Never Dies Oracle. You're the reason I keep pushing forward. Descent. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that this masculine kind of like, descended, like he fell into something, kind of like fell into a hole. He wishes that he wouldn't have fallen into that hole, right? And in that hole, you're the reason I keep pushing forward. You are divine feminine. There is actually that invisible force. It's not only spirit, it's also you. You're the reason that he keeps pushing forward. You're the reason that he is pushing to make these great changes, to do better, to be a better version of himself. But the thing is, it's like he had to fall, he had to lose it all in order to understand something. So at the end of the day, it's like he regrets what he did, but he knows that if he hadn't have done that, he wouldn't be where he's at now. So it's like a double-edged sword. All right, this is my Divine Masculine Haunted deck. Every time the rain falls, think of me. Never gonna love again. Wow, okay. One of the regrets is that he will never love anyone again like he loved you, Divine Feminine. Every time the rain falls, think of me. Oh, what an amazing song. It's very intense. I think I don't know how to say her name properly, Likey Lee or Licky Lee, something like that. Very beautiful song. So I feel like there's this feeling here with this never gonna love again and descending into that energy. And the rain to me is like tears. The rain falling is like a lot of emotions that are pouring over this masculine when he thinks of you, Divine Feminine. So to me, there's definitely a lot of regret, and there is a melancholy energy, especially on deep, dark days. This masculine, I feel, does fall into this descent of emotion with you and really feels very deeply a lot of pain and a lot of regret with whatever happened. So this is my Lurking in the Shadows tarot. Let's go ahead and get another detail. Okay, we have Retribution. Justice is an indication here that a decision was made that needs to be corrected. So he definitely wishes that he would have made a different decision. If there has been an injustice in your connection in the past, this masculine does want to bring you retribution. He does. He wants to bring you justice, Divine Feminine. He does feel like you were done an injustice. So that's a huge regret that he has, is that there's something that happened in your connection that wasn't right. Okay, let's go ahead and get another. We have Dusk, Frozen inside without your touch. And I feel like with this energy here, it is kind of dark, of course. It's a dark energy, which feels like I am frozen inside without your touch. I feel a little frozen. I feel a little stuck. Sense what went down between you and I. I do feel stuck. I do feel like I haven't been able to entirely wash you out or, forget about you. So there's that regret. There's that regret of unfinished business. of feeling like things are stuck now, frozen in time. You're the type of lover I can't go without. Love me easy. It was so easy for you, Divine Feminine, to give him your love. It flowed. I feel like this masculine was frozen deep down. You came in, loved him very easy, melted away some of that, okay? Because we have water here with the rain. So it's like your light came into this frozen ice block of this masculine and started to thaw out a lot of this energy with your love, okay? But obviously something happened here. So you're the type of lover I can't go without. This masculine regrets now because you did love him so easily. He wasn't very easy to love either, and he knows that. So that's one of his regrets, is that he wishes that he would have been easier and that it would have been easier for him to love you back. And it just wasn't. So he has that regret with that. And it's like other lovers have not been easy to deal with. It hasn't felt like a flow, like it felt with you. And I don't think he realized how special that was until he lost you. That's what I'm getting. Yep. Five of Ashes is the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is a card where it talks about feeling left out in the cold, shut out in the cold, forsaken. Somebody's been forsaken here. I feel Divine Feminine, it's like this was you feeling forsaken by this Divine Masculine. How could you forsake me? How could you shut me out after I provided so much love and light in your life? How could you do this to me? So this masculine is very aware of how shitty that was, is what I'm getting with that. We're more, our story is written in the stars. And so to me, this is an energy of feeling like a star-crossed lover syndrome. Star-crossed lover syndrome is somebody that you feel a very special connection to, but there's been a lot of circumstances keeping the two of you apart. So there could be a whole story. A story could be like a very, a story with all kinds of different chapters, all kinds of ups and downs, a very long separation, right? But this is also about feeling fated to be together eventually. So this is where this masculine is at. Ghost, reaching for a dream that always fades. So it might be that he has, if he ghosted you, Divine Feminine, just kind of disappeared from your life. That could be a part of your story. And it could be that that's a huge regret that he has, is just basically ghosting you and disappearing. This could also be you though. Maybe you just basically walked away, never to be heard from or seen again. So he dreams about rewriting your story one day, or coming back and completing that chapter in your story. But it seems like every single time that maybe he conjures up that strength or energy to reach out to you, maybe he feels like he just can't do it, and so it fades away. It's like that hope and dream of it being you and him again at some point in the future fades away. So he has a lot of regret that he's let it slip out of his hands so many times, is what I'm getting with that. Yeah, look at that. 10 of Embers, dead weight. This is 10 of Wands, very overwhelmed. So very overwhelming feeling here that your masculine has tied to you, Divine Feminine. This is also a burden as well. So he regrets that this situation, this separation, your story has become such a burden for both of you. It's almost like it's a dead weight, and I feel like he wants a lot of relief, and I feel like he knows that he has given you some of this dead weight as well, this feeling of unfinished business. So he regrets that the both of you now have this heaviness and really would like to lighten this load by either communication or by an apology, bringing you that retribution. So that is this right here is what he wishes he would have done differently. He wishes that he would have brought you this retribution earlier. He wishes that he hadn't waited or hasn't been waiting so long, because now it's like there's all this kind of dead weight around you and all these maybe complications that there weren't before. So it's almost like things are more complicated and harder now. And that is one of his biggest regrets. Okay. So it's interesting. Now we have the 10 of Wands, and we just got that. My feelings overwhelm me. So this right here is, what are the most intense feelings that are coming up for your divine masculine currently? Let's look at this. What are the most intense feelings that are coming up for this divine masculine currently? This is the XOXO Oracle by Fire Witch Tarot. What are the most intense feelings that are coming up for your divine masculine currently? Little by little, things will change. Okay, so the most intense, like little things are starting to add up. And little things are just kind of overwhelming this masculine at this time, really pushing him to make these changes. We can already see that he's starting with himself, which is a great place to start, right? We have long distance. Okay. So it could be that it's been a long time since you and this masculine have seen each other or even spoken. So this is talking about communing to see each other. There's this overwhelming feeling to come and see you, divine feminine. There's this overwhelming feeling to actually travel to see you or to communicate with you from long distance. We have safe space, okay? Making sure that there's a safe space for the two of you to communicate or to have this reunion. Making you feel safe, divine feminine, because maybe you don't feel safe with this masculine. Maybe you don't trust him. Maybe there are things that happened that were huge factors of mistrust or betrayal. So little by little, this masculine might be doing little things, or he's thinking about these little things that he can do to earn your trust, to, get your forgiveness, to get you to even talk to him. These are all overwhelming him right now, these feelings and thoughts. And soft-hearted, yeah. It says, actually a good person. You may not feel like your divine masculine is a good person, or at least the behavior that was displayed with whatever happened. It's kind of like a good person wouldn't have done that. A good person wouldn't have hurt you or lied to you. And so it might be that one of the feelings that overwhelm him is that you think that he's a shitty person, that you don't think he's a good person. Okay. And so it's like he wants to be able to gain your trust. He wants you to be able to feel safe. He wants you to be able to feel like he is a good person. And that might be very difficult, especially after something that happened here. So these feelings overwhelm this masculine. Okay, this is my Arrows of Love Oracle. What else? Okay, so growth. This, of course, this says love potential. There is potential to grow here. There's also this masculine, the feelings that overwhelm him is that he wants to be able to have the potential to grow in love with you, divine feminine. He wants to be able to show you that he's grown. Yeah. And in a sense, it's like hurting someone that was innocent, hurting someone that didn't deserve, no one deserves to be hurt, right? But it's just kind of like, you were very innocently coming in and loving me and giving me your heart. And I burned you. That's what I'm seeing with that. You didn't deserve it. Those feelings overwhelm this masculine, that you didn't deserve something. You are a good person with a kind, soft heart. You trusted me. And I burned you. This makes this masculine feel very up in the air when it comes to reconnecting with you, feminine, because the feelings of shame and guilt might be very, very overwhelming here for this masculine. And we have heart on the line. He knows that he's going to have to put it all on the line in order to gain your trust, in order for this to even happen. So he's very aware that he needs to be that person to make this move. So that's why these feelings are overwhelming him right now. It's because it's Spirit's way of letting this divine masculine know that he needs to make a move. He needs to make the change. Interesting. And now we have the Temperance, which is reconciliation. It is coming together in divine timing. So I definitely feel like the feelings that overwhelm this masculine at this point is that he does feel like he really wants to reconcile with you, feminine. He wants to come back and apologize. He wants to make things better. Sorry, there's a piece of, like a string from the cloth here. Yeah, wow. 5 of Pentacles again. Second time here. Because he knows that he shut you out, Divine Feminine. He knows that he closed this door on you and then he put a lock on it. And it's been very, very difficult for you to get back in. Now, it might also be that maybe he feels that you've shut him out. You've locked the door. You're not going to let him back into your heart space. So these feelings overwhelm this masculine, because how do you get back into someone's good graces? How do you apologize to someone that may not want to hear from you? All of these feelings overwhelm him right now. Now look at that. Is it just better to stay safe in my little turtle shell? We already got that with the Hermit, right? Is it better to just kind of just withdraw, right? To just kind of stay behind this door instead of knocking on that door that might be shut forever? I feel like this masculine is still in this contemplation mode of trying to figure out what the best move is. But we do have this Page of Wands. And what's very interesting is that this is something that came up in the very beginning of the reading. Remember, you guys? Page of Wands. Of course, the Page of Wands can be very curious. It's something has kind of aroused our attention. Something has caused us to feel like, we're very curious about this. So I feel like this could be related, you guys. It may be that this masculine is looking at the situation, right? And he's wondering on whether or not he should put a final closure on it. But I feel like he's lacking closure. So it's like he's curious, thinking about the Divine Feminine, thinking about how things ended, thinking about looking at himself and seeing what he could bring to the situation, seeing how he can change things around. So there's this invisible force, remember, that's drawing him back to his feminine to figure out where it all went wrong. What happened? Is he truly destined to just be alone? Is he damaged goods forever? Can he connect with this Divine Feminine? Will she shut him out? Will she ever open that door again? A lot of these feelings are overwhelming this masculine at this particular time. All right, so let's go ahead and go into the last one, which is you, the Emperor. You inspire great things in me. So this is, how does your Divine Masculine feel most inspired by you and your connection, Divine Feminine? Let's look at this energy. How does your Divine Masculine feel most inspired by you? Okay, so this is the Twin Flame Journey Oracle. Okay, love this. So we have big dreams, desires, imagination, and aspirations. So what you inspire is for this masculine to dream big, to think about things in a whole new way, Divine Feminine, to go after his dreams, to use his imagination, to open up his mind and his heart. That things are attainable if you believe them to be attainable. So that's what you inspire in him. And you could be that kind of individual where maybe you really believe, in things such as the law of attraction. If you truly believe in something, you will attract that to yourself, depending on where your vibration is at. So this is my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Let's see what else you inspire. Yeah, look, you inspire an activation. It could be that when you guys met, because remember the grimoire, right? This is about a storybook. Our story is written in the stars. Even from the very beginning, you activated something within your masculine. You still activate something in him today, Divine Feminine. So this fire that you originally lit is still there. It causes this masculine to feel like maybe he could have it all. Maybe there actually is a fairy tale here. Maybe there actually is something here. That's what you inspire in him, okay? So let's go ahead and go into my Twin Flame Journey Messages Volume 1. I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving any longer. This is about seeing signs from the universe. So what you inspire in him, Divine Feminine, is to be open to the signs. Be open to the signs of the universe that are pulling him towards his dreams, his goals, living his best life. And somewhere along the line, that also includes you. So he's paying attention to what he's seeing, what reminds him of you, what reminds him of your connection. what he needs to perhaps work on. This is Twin Flame Journey Messages Volume 2. You still hold a piece of my heart. See, I knew it. You still have a place on this divine masculine's journey. You're still in this masculine's heart. Okay, there's still a place for you. That's what I'm getting here. There's still a place for you in his life. He can't quite put his finger on it. But what I'm getting here is that he is activated at the beginning of, like right now, this year, to figure out what that is, what the mystery is, what the hold is, what the attraction is, what that invisible force is that is pulling him back towards you, Divine Feminine. Oh my God. Okay. So you guys, that's what I have so far. So this is what we're going to go into over on the extended. We're going to take a look and see, how are other people influencing your connection right now? So this could be family members, friends, coworkers, other relationships right now, if there are any. Also, what kind of an intense hold do you have on your divine masculine at this time? What does your divine masculine feel and see when he watches you from afar? So this could be on social media or just like looking at your pictures or old text, things like that. And then what are his plans to return to you someday? So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and join me over on my extended reading by clicking that link that I will put in the description box down below. And thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this video. I appreciate it. All right, you guys, take care. Bye-bye.